Socrates, a name synonymous with wisdom. But who was he and why is he so respected? Born in Athens, Greece in 470 BCE, Socrates lived through a time of great change and upheaval. This era, known as the Classical period, saw the rise of Athenian democracy and the flourishing of art, literature, and philosophy. Socrates, though, was no ordinary Athenian. He wasn't a writer or a politician. He was a combat soldier turned philosopher. After service in the Peloponnesian War, he dedicated his life to questioning and understanding the world around him. He spent his days engaging others in dialogues, challenging their assumptions, and encouraging them to think critically. His marketplace debates became legendary. This fearless veteran, a man of the people, sparked lively discussions about justice, virtue, and the good life. Socrates believed in the power of dialogue, in the pursuit of truth through reasoned conversation. But his unwavering pursuit of truth, his relentless questioning, made him powerful enemies. In 399 BCE, Socrates was put on trial. His crime, impiety and corrupting the youth of Athens. He was sentenced to death by poison. Imagine the scene. Socrates, surrounded by his accusers, was offered a chance to escape. He refused. He chose to face his fate, to die for his beliefs. Socrates left behind no written works. His teachings lived on through his students, most notably Plato. We know of his ideas thanks to their writings. What were these radical ideas that led to his demise? Socrates believed in the pursuit of truth and virtue above all else. He advocated a life of constant self-examination. For Socrates, true wisdom lay in recognizing our own ignorance. He famously said, "I know that I know nothing." This wasn't false modesty. It was a profound understanding of the limits of human knowledge. He believed that true knowledge came from questioning, from challenging our own assumptions. He taught that virtue was knowledge. To know the good was to do the good. Evil, in his view, stemmed from ignorance. If we truly understood the consequences of our actions, we would always choose the path of righteousness. This idea was revolutionary. It suggested that everyone had the potential for goodness within them. Socrates is perhaps best known for his famous pronouncements. These sayings, often quoted and debated, offer ageless wisdom. "Know thyself," he urged. This simple yet profound statement encouraged self-reflection. Socrates believed that understanding ourselves, our strengths and weaknesses, was crucial to living a fulfilling life. And that by acknowledging the limits of our knowledge, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. "The unexamined life is not worth living," he famously stated. This statement encapsulates Socrates' core philosophy. He believed that a life without reflection, without questioning, was a life half-lived. We must constantly challenge our beliefs, our values, and our assumptions to truly grow as individuals. What was the enduring impact of the mind of Socrates? Socrates' influence on Western thought is immeasurable. His teachings laid the groundwork for Western philosophy. His emphasis on reason and logic paved the way for thinkers like Plato and Aristotle. His ideas about justice, virtue, and the good life continue to shape ethical and moral debates today. Socrates' emphasis on self-knowledge remains as relevant as ever. In an age of information overload, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. Taking the time to understand ourselves, our values, and our goals is crucial to negotiating the complexities of modern life. Socrates' belief in the power of dialogue is equally relevant. In a world often divided by difference, open and honest conversation is essential to bridging divides and finding common ground. By engaging in respectful dialogue, we can learn from each other and build a more just and equitable society. Perhaps Socrates' greatest gift remains the Socratic method. His signature style of teaching, it's a powerful, proven tool fostering learning and analytical skills. This technique, based on asking probing questions, encourages students to arrive at their own conclusions. It's about guiding, not dictating. Imagine a classroom where students are active participants, not passive recipients of information. This method is used in classrooms and boardrooms today. It fosters critical thinking, problem-solving, and communication skills. It's a valuable tool for anyone seeking to deepen their understanding of the world around them. Socrates teaches us to treat learning as a lifelong pursuit. We should never stop questioning, never stop seeking knowledge. The world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. By embracing curiosity and a love of learning, we can live richer, more meaningful lives. Socrates might have died over 2,000 years ago, but his legacy lives on. He left behind no dynasty, no grand monuments. His legacy is found in the hearts and minds of those he inspired. Ideas which continue to challenge and provoke us. They remind us of the importance of living an examined life, of prizing honesty and integrity above all else. Part of Socrates' inspiring magnificence was surely his unwavering belief in the power of human reason. He believed that we all have the capacity for mental clarity, for moral reasoning. He taught us that the pursuit of knowledge is a worthy endeavor, one that can lead to a more just and fulfilling life. His death was a tragedy, but it also served as a powerful reminder of the importance of intellectual freedom. Socrates was willing to die for his beliefs, for his right to question and challenge the status quo. His courage continues to empower generations of thinkers, artists, and activists who dare to question and challenge the world around them. Socrates' worldview, though rooted in ancient Greece, remains impressively beneficial, even today. His core values, self-knowledge, critical thinking, and the prizing of integrity offer a code that transcends time and place. In a world often characterized by uncertainty and rapid change, the compass needle of Socratic wisdom still shines. By embracing his teachings, anyone can tackle the daily challenges of modern life with greater purpose and clarity. Thus cultivate a love of learning, a passion for truth, and a commitment to living that examined life. Socrates' life and death remain a warning that the pursuit of wisdom is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, intellectual honesty, and a willingness to challenge one's own assumptions. But the rewards are immeasurable, a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. If you enjoyed getting to know Socrates, then why not follow his mentoring thread and check out the genius his student Plato taught in our fascinating episode 21.